Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel. And to not forget to stay tuned towards the end of the video because we have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss. And this is definitely a penny stock that's going to be first in its class and on its way to FDA approval. You definitely want to stay tuned on in for this one. And it's taking care of a rare disease. It's going to be able to treat it, which is a game changer. Now, I do want to bring to everyone's attention over at the Patreon, I've created a new tier with limited slots for the investors that want to learn. I always get asked, do you have any way of, teaching or any way of guidance of, charts in the market overall and this and that. So here in this particular tier, you're going to gain access to a forum that I've created that's going to be called Stock Market and Emotional Intelligence Forum. So in this forum, you will gain access to videos that I will post once a week so that you can learn about a new indicator, a new chart, approach, different patterns. You're going to learn about, the emotions of the stock market, like everything there is to know about how to look at the stock market, how to look at a chart, how to understand the differences about why something's pulling down or something's pulling up. I mean, just everything about the stock market and the emotions in general and charts. So if you really are motivated to learn and you're an investor ready to learn, this is definitely the tier for you. And I can't wait to build a community of investors that are ready to learn. And over time, once we expand, I am going to make a Discord so that there could be a chat room for all the investors that basically have been here from the start trying to learn, because obviously I'm going to do one video a week. So it's going to take time. You're not going to learn overnight, but I want you guys to marinate anything that I share with you guys that week and try to apply it to your next week in the stock market. Sometimes you could do it, without even using your own personal capital, just watching the stocks. I'll explain all of that over at the Patreon, but I really want you guys to get the gist of things and look for patterns and look for things in the charts and overall market to understand how things correlate indirectly and directly. And just moving forward, you guys are going to learn a lot. I can't wait for it. Remember, it's going to take time. You're not going to learn overnight, but that's the whole point of the journey. And the point is to focus on the destination and enjoy the journey. So I can't wait to have you guys join on over, and I can't wait to share with you guys everything that I've learned in over, a course of almost a decade. But let's go ahead and jump into this chart. So here we are with the 50-day moving average, and it is 212. 212 is the 50-day moving average. Anything below that is bearish. Anything above that is bullish. We are in tug-of-war zone, and the highest peak reached here was 219. Okay, 219 was the highest point, but that can't be broken through until the bulls break through resistance. But let's talk about our support. So our support here is 202. 202 gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, new support levels, and the lowest point reached in the day was down here at 190. And if the bulls have a chance to reappear between 202 and 190, they could be pulling this one back up. But if the bears continue to tear it down, I'd pay close attention to 190. But before getting there, 202 needs to be broken through and watched carefully. Now, our resistance is 214, 2 cents away from where we sit. That needs to be broken through for the bulls to pull upwards, continue the momentum, and get away from the 50-day moving average. But their true goal is up here at 219 to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. But before getting there, they need to break through 214 to continue the momentum and win this tug of war. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned to the end because we do have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss. Welcome back everyone to another video here with Invest for Tomorrow, and to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watched this video, that you found it helpful and informative, and it helps out the YouTube channel. It's very much appreciated. And to stay tuned on in for all the information we have to share, because you definitely want to have this one on your watch list moving forward. I'm not really big on penny stocks, But when large institutional investors like BlackRock are making their positions larger, Vanguard are making their positions larger, and one of the ones that held a huge stake in this company went ahead and upped it to continue being the number one holder, those are some bold statements from institutional investors. And even more so, I don't know if you guys know this principle, but when insiders are buying, that usually tells you something. And since the point that insiders started to buy, the stock has been going up. And so far, there's no trace of them selling. And if they're jumping in on this, I think they're looking at 5x to 10x their money. And the stock hasn't gone anywhere near that yet, but the potential is coming. So we're going to talk about it. So what ticker symbol are we talking about that BlackRock and Vanguard own? So it is NMTR. If you guys aren't aware of it, it's 9 meters Biopharma Inc. So here we are with the article. And for those of you that watch my videos frequently, you guys know that I always say stay away from penny stocks. Focus in on the penny stocks that you only know. If you don't know anything about it, stay away from it. But for those of you that like penny stocks, I hope you guys like this one. And I think you guys will, because this is showing me all the checklists that I look for. Insider trading, institutional ownership going up, as well as changing people's lives and dominating in its sector. So let's go ahead and read about it. So 9 meters Biopharma focuses on the treatment of gastrointestinal disorders, including short bowel syndrome and celiac disease. This is really what's game changer for them. The company holds over 150 patents as of December 2020 and is working daily to increase this number. So they have patents coming out every single day. That's a lot of things going on for this one moving forward. Biopharma is attempting to utilize its drug larazotide for healing lung injury relating to COVID-19 cases. That's a big deal, and that's a big step for them if this does work out for them. They're in phase 1 trials right now, and I could see this going through all the phases for 2021. But this is a game changer for the future of post-COVID-19, treatment or cases, right? Anything that happens afterwards, because this has to do with lung injury relating to the COVID-19, which is what a lot of people go through as well after they had the coronavirus. There's a small percentage that end up having to go through that, and that would be awesome for this drug larazotide to be able to do that. So before the drug's relation to COVID, though, larazotide was one of the few in a phase 3 trial to treat celiac disease. I think they're going to pass that. They're going to get FDA approval, and then they're going to go into phase 4, which is finally treating others and, watching them, observing them. And if everything goes well there, they're just going to dominate in treating celiac disease. They're like the only of its class, the first in its class. If they get through this, which phase 3 is a pretty big step. Once that gets passed, you're on your way to FDA approval. They're going to be the only ones being able to treat that. And if you look up that disease on Google, you'll see how common it is. You would think it's not, but it's like a 1% of the population of the US, I think, or of the world that has this. And when you really think about it, 1%, it's a small number, but 1% is pretty big when it comes into a numerical number compared to the billions of us that live in the world and the millions that live here in the US. So this is going to be a big deal, changing lives. So one thing that I liked a lot was the fact that we have here Adage Capital Partners. They filed a 13G, right, form, turning their stake up higher. And we're going to look at that in just a moment. And then we have here the coverage on the penny stock this week. And the firm gave an outperform rating as well as $6 price target. And that was back in February. Like this was the middle of February. So let's look at this company here, Adage Capital Partners, so you can see for yourself. So the first thing is we have here insider trading, and they were buying tremendous amount of shares, and you'll see it right here. Look at that. Purchase, 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 award, and you can see all of this going on towards the end of 2020. And this is their share price. And right now, the share price is only about $1 above that. they're nowhere near ready to sell. I think they're looking to 5x to 10x their money. They know something we don't, and they're very confident in their product and also the phase trials that they're in. It's interesting to me that they waited to purchase, large amounts until they were in phase 3, which is very interesting. Now, if we go to institutional ownership, you will see here that Adage Capital is the number one holder with 13 million shares here. And then we have OrbiMed, which wasn't mentioned. They haven't really upped their position. They've been owning the same amount for quite some time, and that is 32 million. The one that upped their position pretty big was Adage, which was the one in the article. And what I like to see is articles correlate to what's really going on. Then we also have Morgan and Stanley here with a small position. We have others taking large stakes here. We have OrbiMed right there, right? And then we also have a total amount of different large institutional investors loading up, like BlackRock, and that's right here with 3 million shares. And then we also have Vanguard Group here in February with 7 million shares. This is the stuff I like to look for, and that lets you know institutional ownership is onto something. And they're loading up. Look how much have been loading up in the last several days. We have a few here trying to put puts, and that's just probably because they had a feeling it was going to go down now during this pullback. But that's going to be history compared to where this is going. And you can see these index funds too trading here as of March 1st with large amounts, millions and hundreds of thousands of shares of obviously NMTR, 9 meters biopharma. So I really like that. And then I also have here another article that shares with us everything I just discussed, the volatility, how it's been, and how it reports here, right? Insider trading when they got it back at 65 cents in December 15th. And you could see how many shares these different directors and CEOs have of the company. And then when you go ahead and check it out down here, they have even more. So insider trading has been happening. And let's go ahead and look at the price targets here by Analysis Ratings. And when you look at it, there it is. It's sitting at 165, and the high end and the low end, $6. There's 2 buy ratings, and that's a total amount right now based off of where it's at, 165, of almost 300% upside. Very interesting to me. A lot of room here. Probably we could see this one between, $4 to $6 on the upside if things continue to roll out. There's no FDA approval destruction over this, and that Tide actually comes out and is the only celiac disease, right, treatment. I mean, that's going to be a big deal for this company. This is when a lot of purchases were happening, right, by the insider trades. And from that point forward, they've been riding the wave. I think they're still holding. They're trying to at least 5x their money and at most 10x. And they had a recent pullback back at the beginning of March of 120. It's pulling back right now with the market. And from that point forward, it was running up. So it looks pretty healthy to me and pretty strong. And I think there's a lot of room here for this to go up if the FDA approval goes through and the phase 3 shows results. We go into phase 4. And I mean, this is going to be game changer, life changing. And 9 meters biopharma is going to be the first in its class to treat celiac disease. Now, this right here is a website that tells you a little bit more about this company and everything going on with Tide. If you want to know more about it, how it works, how the trials have been, and how it's going to change lives for celiac disease, it's going to be a big deal. And this is something that the CEO stated, and they stated no one wants to just survive with the disease. They want to thrive. That's the goal. We want to give someone the ability to thrive. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement there. Life-changing, game-changing. And if you want to know about it, go to glutenfreeliving.com and look up, the name of Tide, or you can go ahead and look up Larazotide, how it works, or Larazotide FDA approval on Google, and a lot of articles will come up to give you a better understanding about the penny stock's potential based off of Larazotide. This is going to be a big deal. I'm really excited. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below. This is going to change lives, and those are the stocks I like to look for. So be ready, like a hawk, ready to strike for the opportunities that are coming within these pullbacks if they continue. Stay tuned for more videos. As always, guys, if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel. Show this to your friends and community. Share it with them. And don't forget to hit the like button. It always helps out the channel. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. It lets me know that you value my time and everything that I shared with you guys.